and start again. So this area is our meeting room here, and also the certificate we have. This one is, you can see the certificate we're receiving. This is the ISO 901 certificate, and other like copyright we have received. We have our special design, and we already have the copyright is all registered in with the government. And some of the certificate of owner we have received. So this office here is some the sample of the material we can process. For example, like this one, you can see that this is a lithium-ion battery. Also, Tesla uses this kind of battery. It's a steel one, and other like this one's plastic. And you can see this is soft lithium battery. You can see that the cathode and the anode, you can see this is one lithium compound with the copper sheet, and another, the anode, is the aluminum with the carbon black as the anode. This is a lithium battery. I'm gonna explain you later. So this is a tire recycling plant. You can see that you can recycle the tire into the granule, the powder, so you can reuse again to the playground or the rubber pad. These are things recycled from the lithium-ion batteries. This is the copper. This is the copper powder. This is aluminum powder. This is the carbon black with the lithium compound. This is very expensive because they have lots of precious metals. This is the plastic paper. So this is a 4 item that you can have from the lithium-ion battery. This is some the rubber granule and rubber powders. If you're interested, and you can leave a message, and we have sales. We'll contact you for more details. So this is a general touring. So this is our customer from Philippines, from Europe, from United States, from Canada, all over the world, including the factory, the customer visit, and our plant in overseas. This is from Indian customer, South Korea, and the exhibition we have 10 in Dubai. Customer from German, from Japan, from Australia, and this is our annual gathering last year. So we have very experienced engineer, over 10 years experience on the recycling machinery. So because the pandemic this year, some of you may not, travel around. So from this live show, so you can have a general idea about our factory, our products. So we can make sure you that we have quality products, and we're gonna doing the trial later, so you can see the performance of our machine. Okay, this is the meeting room. Let's go to have a. This is our showroom. So now this is lunchtime now in China. So our workers gonna go back in 1 hour. So we have this first 1 hour. We're gonna tour around the factory so we can have a look. So you can leave a message if you want more details. This is the lithium ion battery recycling plant. This is the mainly is the shredder, the hammer crusher, and the gravity separation table. This is to separate the aluminum and copper powders, granule. This is another small set about the lithium ion battery. This is the blade crusher, and this is a separation table that can separate. They have sieves inside, so they can separate the metal and the powders. Also, the suction system here is to suction the dust and also the plastic paper inside of the lithium ion battery. So this is the lithium ion battery. Now with the the car, electric cars, and the cell phone. So there's a lot of the waste of a lithium ion battery. So it's very valuable to recycle them because they have contain the lithium compound, which is like precious metals, very expensive and very it's really valuable to recycle it. Okay, here this is the general introduction. So we have more videos and the specifications. So if you're interested, just leave a inquiry. This is the demo we have. So if you have a chance to travel to China, you can come over. We're gonna do the trial just in front of you. So this area is the showroom about the copper tire. Sorry, the tire recycling plant. You can see the waste tires. Some of you may not know there's a lot of the steels inside of the inside of the tires. So if you want to recycle the tire, you have to get this out. Also some fibers inside. So you can see there's steel, rubber, fiber. So this is planned to separate the steel, rubber, and the fiber. This is the double shaft shredder. So can shredding the big pieces of a tire into the smaller pieces so they can go to next step. So this is another machinery. So this is a blade crusher. So they crush the from the shredder they shred it in the smaller pieces so they can go to the blade crusher so they can separate the steel and the rubber and the fiber. So you can see that after the crusher, so they go to the magnetic separators. This is the one. This is the one you can separate the steel. So they use the magnet very strong magnet to separate get the steel out. You can see over there. The steel from you can see from here is only left of the rubber and the fiber. So this is another crusher to make them more smaller pieces. It depends on how the size of the tire granule you want to have. So you can just this is for the tire granule line. So after that, this is the suction system that also another magnetic separator, so separate the smaller steel away. So at the last step, you can have the all the all the rubber granules. So this is another sieve, so you can separate the different kind of the size. Okay, this is the tire. You can see this one. This is the size. This is much smaller, and it is a bigger size. So you can customize the size of the granule because just different kind of a blade and different kind of a sieves. This is another thing about the smaller one. So this is the one can break the acid batteries. The acid battery used for the car, the trucks. So mostly this is the beginning. So you put the battery here upside down. So this is the acid collector. So after you pour in, there is a cutter over there. They can cut the battery in two pieces, so you can get the lead plate out. But this is very simple machinery, but it's very effective. This is another smaller machinery. This is to break the from the radiators. So the flat radiators, you just cut them, get the aluminum, get the copper out. We have videos. If you're interested, you can leave an inquiry. We're gonna send you the videos. This is the motor starter pole recycling plant machinery. So this is the cutter. So you can cut here the cutter. So you can pull the scrap motors, the smaller one. You can cut and then pull out the copper wires. There's cutter and a pull. Some of you may just join with us. This is Andrew from Hana Recycle. We're manufacturing of the recycling plants, recycling machinery. Today we're gonna show around our factory and our workshop and all the things we have, so you can have a general idea. If you're already talk with us, and if you're keen to cooperate with us, because the pandemic stuff, you cannot travel to China. So this is also a good chance that you can know about us, know about the ability to for the production of the machinery. This is the showroom. So we show you around our factories, the machinery we have, so you can have a general idea. So we have already introduced you the lithium ion battery recycling and the tire recycling plant for granule and powders. This is the cutter for cutting the big the tire into smaller pieces. This is the cutting machine. Oh, okay, this is already packed and ready to delivery. Also, this is another set of tire recycling plant. You can see that this is the number, our copyright number. So that's the reason we have a different model, because the tire size is different and the capacity you require is different. So we have customized service for different kind of customers. So before you're talking with our sales, if you're keen on this item, you can tell us your requirement so we can customize the machinery for you. This is our biggest advantage. Okay, this is the one you can see already here. You can see this is a smaller, the scrap motors, probably from the washing machine. So you can see inside they have a lot of copper wires. But outside is very strong steel. So you can see also this kind of steel inside. It's it's not easy to break manually. So this is why we have this plant. This is let me introduce. This is a conveyor, and mostly it's about this. It's a heavy crusher, heavy hammer crusher. You can see how thick of it. You can see this, probably about 4 centimeters about this the steel plate, because inside there is the steel here inside the scrap motor is pretty thick, so you have this very strong hammer crusher. So you can see that inside we're gonna crush the motors. So you can see the steel here, they become like this, and after crushing, they have the magnetic separators can separate the steel of here. This very strong magnet. So this they get rid of the steel first over here. So other like copper and some like plastic papers come out from here. So you can recycle, get the copper wire and the steel from the two exit. So we have the models here already. So later, probably 40 minutes later, we're gonna show around. We're gonna do the demo, so you can have a general idea about this machinery. It's very popular, as I can say. Okay, this is the showroom. Okay, now let's go to our workshop. The whole yard is from our factory. We have like 7 different kind of workshop. Some are showrooms, some are manufacturing area, some assemble area. So let's go. Let's visit it one by one. 没事，俺吃了俺就转转，拿着直播了搁这。啊。This is you can see the tires for the raw material for each of a machine before delivering to the factory. We're gonna do our commissioning by ourselves. So you can see this is the assemble area. You can see the spare parts we are having, the drill machine and the cutting machine. This is spare parts making machine area. So you can see we have different kind of. This is the cutting machine cutting the carbon steel over here, and this is a welding area. This is for a crusher. It's a hammer crusher. It's a shell. I can see another blade. This is the drilling area. So now in China it's 12, just the lunchtime. So we don't have workers over here right now. They'll be back in like 40 minutes. So now we just tour around and introduce you the workshop. This is the double shredder for the tire. The reason why they are shell, because they kind of have the hole. So this is the size after shredding. So after shredding, if the size is okay to, they just drop. If the size are a little bit bigger, they're gonna return to the shredder. Of course, it will depends on your requirement. It's all customized. So this is another one, the stator recycling plant. This is one for our Korean customers. We already tax ready, so we're gonna just, we have already commissioning. So after in 2 days, we're gonna pen, then ship to South Korea. As introduced from the very beginning. So this is for the size for 2 tons. The capacity is 2 tons per hour. So this is a conveyor, the big conveyor, and you can see that we have already made the for easy to loading. So this is the hammer crusher. The size here is 1.2 meters. I mean the size of the from here to there. This is the diameters inside of the cabin is 1.2 meters. So you can see it's pretty thick. And after crushing, so here is the conveyor. This is a strong magnet separator. So they're gonna suction the steel out and left the steel out of here exit. So this is for the copper wires. So there's another magnetor here to separate the smaller pieces of the steel. After that, you can see here is all the wires over here, the copper wires. You can see after that they also have the sieve over here to get the smaller pieces of steel they may have. So the copper wires just go here. This is the blade crusher. So you can see that the copper from over there from exit is a little bit like tore curved around. So here they're gonna break them here to the copper rice we call. So they have the suction system over there. They just go to here. You can see that this is a gravity separator. They use the gravity, they're gonna have for the copper wires over here. You can see this is after the blade crusher. This kind of size. So other side, they probably come out with the smaller pieces and the plastic papers over here, or okay. This is the set. This is to our South Korea customers. Also, you can see over here some half-finished double chef shredder. This is a lithium-ion battery to India. The customer already is already commissioning, and the customer have approved the quality already. So we are now dismantle again to make pen, then deliver to India. This is the room for the welding room. So because for the pollution control, this is the welding room and the painting room. This is the sieve for the double shaft shredder and crusher. You can see that the size it can customize for different kind of raw material. This is a dust collector. Okay, let's go to another workshop. This is only one the workshop we're having. We're gonna show another one. So we got whole yard. It's pretty sunny. Good day today. Okay, let's go to another showroom here. This is our one of the most popular model for the copper wire recycling plant. This is one. This capacity for like 200 to 300 kilogram per hour. This set. This is a blade crusher. Then you can see we are using the air conveyor system, so they won't have the dust problem here. So after the blade crusher, they're cutting the wires into pieces and separate the copper wire and the plastic. So the rest of them, all of them conveyor from here into the cyclone, so they can drop granularly and also can have the suction to suction the dust out. So this is the separation table gravity, same theory with the one we just seen. So this is the use the gravity, so they're gonna move around. So the copper with the higher density and the higher gravity, the more heavier. So they're gonna transfer from over here. Also, they have down below. They have the blowing system for the fan. They blow hours inside air is upward. So they have the make the plastic like into the air. So with the movement, the backward and the forward, they're gonna the copper will come out from here and the plastic will go to that other side. This is the so this is the for 100. This smaller version. This is 100 kilogram per hour. This another is exactly same. So later we have the raw material. Later in the half an hour, we're gonna show you this machine. This is a very hot item we are selling for now. Okay, this is the radiator recycling equipment. You can see the radiator over here, probably for the air conditioning. So you can see this have a copper tube, copper rod over here, and here they have the aluminum. So for this one, they'll also have the steel, carbon steel over here. So without the machinery, they're pretty hard to to separate them. So this is the because the space limited, so we cut the conveyor over here. So here will be a conveyor over here, so the conveyor can transfer the. Okay, so another shredder missing over here because of the space limit. So after first they have the conveyor to the shredder, double shaft shredder. Make sure them to smaller pieces like 5 centimeters long. So after that they go to this hammer crusher. Then hammer crusher gonna crush them into like 1 or 2 centimeters. So the smaller pieces. So after conveyor, so this is you can see here. After shredder crusher conveyor system, this is Also, another gravity is the air. So you can see the aluminum is pretty, like light, not that heavy. So they have the blowing system. They can blow the aluminum in this side, this one and this one. Another one with the very sacred, because the copper is pretty heavy, so they not blowing the copper away. So the copper gonna drop this cabin. So there are three different kind of cabin. First one and the middle one and the third one. The first and the second, the middle one gonna have the aluminum like this. So the copper and the copper and other smaller pieces of the aluminum gonna drop here with the conveyor. Also another separators. You can see here. This is also gravity table, gravity separation table. So you can see the copper here. You can see the coppers over here. This side you can have a view. This is copper from this side, and you can see here aluminum all from this side. You can see the aluminum having now. So if you're interested with this machinery and you have this kind of raw material, you can leave an inquiry. We're gonna send you more details about the specification, the quotation sheet, and the videos. Okay, here we go. This is another set we are having for mostly for the plastic and aluminum separation machine. So mostly for the aluminum panel boards for the decorations, and also some the medical blister, like the things we have the peels. So they have very good quality of plastic and aluminum. So it's kind of waste if you just throw them away. So this machine is for that kind of raw material, for recycled plastic and aluminum. So after that, you can see this is a blade crusher. Okay, here we just have you can see inside view of the blade crusher. You can see this is a running blade. You can see pretty sharp running blade. And so this is a face blade here. So they are gonna cut the into the smaller pieces, and also same time separate the aluminum from plastic a little bit. Another thing is also we are using the fan suction, the negative pressure, to make sure to suction the raw material out is cyclone to some dust away, some of the raw material to drop here. This is the grinder. So the rotation of this grinder is about 3,600 rotation per minute. It's high speed. So inside, okay, later we probably can open it. So now, but inside they have a running blade, but they can grinding things in very smaller pieces. So after that, they go to the sieve. If they have the sieve here, if the particle is the granule is smaller enough, they go to the electrostatic separators. So for the bigger pieces, they go back to regrind again. Okay, this is the one we call electrostatic separators, because they use the very high voltage to create the high voltage of an electrostatic. So the electrostatic, so you can the metal and the plastic, they're gonna separate. So the same effect like your hair. Sometimes in the winter time, you're gonna stay with your the clothes, some things like. So this is the effect. So the metal and non-metal gonna separate over here. So there's a ruler. The plastic gonna stick with the ruler, but the metal not stick with the ruler. So they're gonna have a brush things brush the material of the plastic in this side and aluminum in that side. You can see that this is a very fine powders of the. So we have, you can see here, this is the aluminum we have. So if you have any question or you want to have a raw material for testing, you can let us know. We have the aluminum and plastic after separation. We can send you. You can send to the third party lab. You can have some analysis. So this one is for our key item. This is for scrap printed circuit board. We call PCB. So mostly from the laptop, from even the washing machine, refrigerators also have them kind of board, and mostly from a laptop. And you can see that they have for this kind of board, motherboard, they contain for the board cell itself, they contain like uh, 18 to 20% of copper sheet inside. Other is resin. So this is very valuable to recycle it. So, but after that you use the for the waste. So otherwise you're gonna throw it away or you just recycle. This is the key. So the one you can see all the machine we are design is use the physical separations. They won't create another pollutions. Only some dust, but you can see all the things. All the machine we have the dust collector. This is the one to collect the dust. You can see all the tube is like sealed, so there won't have dust problem. All the things is sealed, so also physical separation won't create another pollution. So this is also they have a double shaft shred over here in case the size is too big. We crush shredding them into smaller pieces like 2 or 3 centimeters. We go to the crusher. This is the hammer crusher. Hammer crusher. Then go to this is the conveyor system. We're gonna crush. This is a grinder. So we're gonna grind into the powder into powders. So the resin and the copper will separate from here because they are all powders. From this side, also the shaking table with the gravity separation table here. Also same theory about previously the machinery. So they're gonna separate the copper and the resin. It's resin here. So the copper out here pretty pure, like 98% pure. So other like 2 or 3, 5% may go out from here. So this is a electrostatic separators. You can separate the rest of about 2 or 3% of copper from here and the resin at the same time. So this is separate the copper and the resin. So with all said, we can make sure that the 99% of the copper will be recycled. You can get the powder, and also in the not like by water, but this is by all the physical and no water involved, so you can have the good quality of the copper. This is the dust collector system because the resin thing is very dusty. So here you can see the with the computer motherboard we have collected. So for this one, you can see that they have a lot of like slot here. Like this is where you can put the CPU, the fans. Also, this is the aluminum. A lot of things here. Also, you can see the tin slaughter over here. So this is the machine uses the heat to the tin much easier to melt it. So after this heat, use the heat, the tin melted. So they're gonna inside rotation. They're gonna heat with each other. So they're gonna scrap the all the components away. So you have after that like 20 minutes, you have the board or other smaller components. Others you can recycle from for aluminum, and other board you can go to the system. Is kind of the so you we have the scrubbers because during the production here the heat involved. So we have the water scrubber and also called spring towers. They have we have some oil tower to absorb the organic gas. Another water scrubber to absorb some of the gas you can resolve into the water. This is to make sure that after also have the carbon carbon board, carbon absorption cabin, so they can use the carbon to absorb the gas, organic gas, and dust. Okay, this is the others hammer crusher, some smaller parts. So this is already ready to deliver. Before delivery, we dismantle the smaller pieces and load into the container. This is probably for to Target, as I know. So you can see mostly our machinery, they're pretty similar. You can see and is the shredder. Firstly, is very universal shredders, small shredding the bigger pieces to smaller pieces. Then go to the depends on the material. You may go to the blade crusher or hammer crusher. So hammer crusher they also have a heavier one and different kind of the hammer. So then you go to the conveyor, then the shaking tables, and the dust collector. This is kind of the same, but for different kind of material, we have a like different kind of design. This is a big advantage of us. Also, you can if you have other material, you don't know how to do it, you can send the photos or some of the information. We can customize the line based on your raw material, your kind of waste. Okay, this is the area. Okay, let's go. So this is another workshop. Also, this is the commissioning area. You can see others. We are before delivery. We make sure that all our machine have been like before delivery. We make sure all our this is the for plastic for different kind of plastic separation. You can separate the PP, the PVC, PE things into this one. You also use the electrolytics effect. If you have the mix, if you have mix of the plastic, you can send inquiry. This is also the PCB recycling. This because the one of customer they have very, they don't want the noise things. We have this kind of a design for them. So it's a platform, so more easier to maintain. For other, this is the UV filtration, and this is for the waste gas. Also, this is probably to Indian market, to Indian customer. This is the copper wire recycling plant, but this is for mostly for 1 ton per hour. you can see that you have two lines. The blade crusher into the. Here is the two lines. It's all customized. As they say, we are authentic manufacturing. So based on different kind of raw material, the wire, they are very pretty thick one, pretty, for the communication wires, they are pretty, very thin. So depends on different kind of raw material, we can design based on that. We are not selling the standard model they have, but we can do customize based on your raw material. That's why, before our sales talk to you, so we may ask you more details about the raw material, the capacity you have to have. The reason is that we are trying to do, the customization. Okay, this is our showroom. This is the showroom. You can see the different kind of material we are processing. As I can see, this is you can see this is for the copper wire scrap. This is for copper and the plastic. This is for the radiator from the aircon and mostly from the aircon. This is the aluminum from the medical blister. You can see here, aluminum and the plastic. This is aluminum from the aluminum panel boards. The panel boards mostly for the building decorations, because they are pretty thick aluminum, as well as this one for aluminum. This is the copper from the PCB board. So they have, this is some have the needles with the gold plate needles inside. You can see the yellow one. The white one is the mixture. The white one is the tin. This is from the waste. If you remove all the component from the motherboard of a computer, you may have more pure metals, but some of customers just shredding all the things inside, so they have mixed with some tin or some other metals. This is the mixed metal powders. It also have compressor, so this is the one. After that, you can compress the copper into this one, the block, so you can go to the furnace. Okay, here is some of some of the material we have clad. So this one is the aluminum panel. You can see outside is aluminum, inside they have the plastic. So we can separate the aluminum and plastic. This is a resin board. This unused. So they have a resin inside, and the outside is the copper sheet and a resin. So they can separate the resin and the powders. The other, like this is also PCB board. So they have 20. This one is a pretty good one. They probably have over 20% of the copper. You can see on other, like this is aluminum plastic sheet for packaging. This is radiators. You can see other things we have for different kind of raw material to recycle, and also copper wires as well. Anyway, so for this kind of solid waste, like metal and non-metal, plastic, metal, so we have good solution can design the the machinery for you to recycle. This is also our catalog brochure. You can go to our sales for more details. This is the machinery we're having. Sunny Group for green future. So this other customer visit. This is our office area. This is for meeting customers from Russia, Thailand. We have a customer all around the world. Okay, this is a hello. This is Andrew. To someone of you may just join with us. This is Andrew from the Recycle Sunny Group. We are a company for the recycling machinery. So today we're gonna show you around our factory. Because the pandemic, some of you may not travel to here to see the factory, but we have a live video on Alibaba to show you around. So if you're already our customers, you welcome to see the we have expanding a lot lately, so you can see the new workshop things for the new customers. You can see around to see the capacity that we can process and the things can see our workshop. For some of you may interested on the recycling business. You can have a general idea what kind of raw material we can process. Probably if you want started, you can based on the information today, you can it's a very good business, as I can say. So if you have the scrap in your area, so you have this is the certificate to the recycling. It's a good chance to invest. Okay, today I already show you around of mostly of our lithium ion battery, the tire recycling, and the scrap motor recycling, scrap copper wire, aluminum plastic material like packaging and medical blister, and also the radiators. And this is the plastic, different kind of plastic separation machine, like PE or PVC. Also, you can see our factory. We're a very technology oriented. We have if you can let us know the raw material having, so we may have give you a solution. Okay, this is the one for ready to delivery. This is a by polywood packaging. So there's a lot more details inside the machinery, but since the timing is quite limited, so I only can show you around, see have a general idea. But if you want to have more details, you can send inquiry to ourselves, and we have the detailed specification and the quotation sheet, more detailed photos, videos. You can contact sales for more details. 哎，小哥，一会儿的话，十分钟可以试投币机开哪几个能试吗？嗯，我就是台总说，他说有，他说我前两天给他打电话。 我们这个先转转啊，大概10分钟左右，10到15分钟啊。好。This is our another area for the car cutting drill, the spare parts manufacturing area. Okay, let's go. You can go to our Alibaba, the certificate and the certification area. We have all the videos about this workshop and also our office. You can check that video as well. Okay, now it's already 1 o'clock. Our our employees are already back to work right now. Later, we're gonna show you around some demos for the machinery. So this is a welding area because the government control, the environment control. We cannot do the open welding, so it's all sealed with the suction system, the pollution control system. This is the cutting area. I can see we have 2 cutters, different kind of a tube. The the sheet, the raw material we are having. Okay, since our workers are already back to lunch, let's go find the machinery for testing, for demo. 进来的人多吗？今天多少？有人问题的多吗？看看眼熟吗？看看问题好。So this is the half-finished elastic separators that we are using now. This is the new model. We are using 2 rulers. This is our grading models. This is the ruler. So there we have a smoke gathering before the afternoon work. 可以拍拍无所谓。发新安全帽呢。Okay, and already asked our engineer to prepare the raw material for texting. 有亮是吧？So this is the copper wire scrap recycling machine. This is the capacity for 100 kilogram per hour. Hmm? Hmm? 这儿开始。So, our engineer is preparing raw material for the copper scrap. Now, you can see the scrap from different kind of wires, copper wires. So some of you may just join with us. This is Andrew from Honda Recycle under Sunny Group, and we are a professional manufacturing for solid waste recycling. So like copper wires, the waste, PCB board, the aluminum plastic, the radiator from the aircon and refrigerators, lithium ion battery, the lead acid battery, and also the tires, the scrap motors. So now and in the previous hour, 1 hour, I have already shown you around our factory to show you the meeting room, the showroom, and our assemble area, and the showroom area should just give you an idea about the machinery we are having. So now since our engineer just back to work, we're gonna show some demo of the machine. Firstly, we're gonna show you the copper wire recycling machine. You can see that the raw material is the scrap copper wires from home decor or from the cars. Each time you open you start running the machine, you need to check around, see the connection, make sure that it's safety and everything's okay. Because now, because the space limited, we don't have the shredder. Firstly, if you're like if your wire is bulk like this, you need a single shaft shredder. Separate them into the smaller pieces so they can go to the blade crusher, go directly. But you can see that the space here is limit, so we don't have the conveyor and the single shaft shredder. So anyway, this demo. We have the videos about the single shaft shredder and the other material, the process. You can look at that. But this is a live show, and we just our engineer gonna cut them smaller pieces, then go to the blade crusher directly. Yeah, for the wires like this, for the also other material we are talking about, if this too bulk and the size too big, you need a double shaft shredder or single shaft shredder. It will really help you to increase the capacity and make sure the smooth operation. So each time, we strongly suggest for the copper wires, because there are so many different kind of thick or thin. But roughly, you need separate the thin wires and the thick wires separately, because they're gonna probably use different kind of a sheave and different kind of a blade. So you can process the wires for similar wires at the same time, separate them. That's why usually at the very first we ask you about your raw material. So we're gonna based on your material and provide you more ideas. Eh, 小伙子，可以开始就开始吧。好 please allow the 2 minutes, because now they have pumped the air into the uh, dust collectors. So in the middle, there is a dust collector. You have pumped the compressed air, so make sure the bag inside is pumped. You can see this for this set, our copper wire recycling machine. You can see for this our copper wire recycling machine. This is a blade crusher. This is the double. This is the back dust collector. So you can see all the things. All the is sealed. I know some of your scrap is very dirty. They have a lot of dust during the production. If it's open, if it's the open one, it probably gonna be very dirty and very dusty. So, but all the seal one, you won't have that problem. This is the advantage of our machinery. 好，
装了小车不用扔料那种啊。然后我那天电路板还有啥脑拐咱拐40块呀？那电路板块有亮吗？有亮的12分钟。你看。
So you can see here is a linear separation table. So you can choose the different size. For the smaller size, for like this, you can see that it's very pure. Is the wire. You can have the two axes. You can have two collectors over here. So for this side, you can see that this is pretty pure wire at the same size. But on the other one, some of the scrap may contain some the thicker wires. So this is for this side, you may have like the bigger size of the wires, or some a little bit like 1 or 2% plastic over there. You can see this is more thicker wire. Probably this is brass. This is a can this is a very good wires, copper. But these may have brass here, so you can separate by the size, separate the different kind of raw material. So you can see this you can see that inside is well organized, the cabin, and this is AC drive. It's well connected. For some of other things like PCB board, for more for this set, we probably have the PLC control as well. So they have a computer program. They have a manual operation. Also have automatic the sequence of automatic starts. So later we're gonna try the PCB board recycling plant.
拐是不拐？是1-2分钟那种。
乖啊啊。So our engineer is preparing now for the scrap PCB. Let's have a look. So also as well, before the start, they have to check around on the machine if the machine all set. You can see the cabin over here. This is for the
这是电路板的那个电控柜吧？
because they have AC drive here to make sure the frequency, the stable speed of the fan things. This is a transformer. Some of the have different kind of hertz and different kind of voltage requirement. This is the PLC. So they have already programmed. So for this set, usually you have the sequence for the stars. Like you have to, when you start, you have to start the air con, the dust collector, the first, because they have the make sure the flow, the dust have the place to go, and usually they have start from the firstly start the dust collector, and then go to the electrolytic separator. Anyway, from the very end to the forward, then to the grinder and crusher, shredder. But when you stop it, when you stop the production, you have to stop the shredder first, then crusher, grinder, and the separation table. So there's a sequence over there. So, but we have manual operation, also have the automatic, like by the PLC control. You can see all the wires over here. We have already marked all the connection, but this is for demo only. So when when we have we have for overseas customer, we have English label, so you can see where you connect wires, which model. It's still very clear. You can see the outside. We have the PLC. We have the touch screen over here. Later you have a C. This is the meters. Hmm? Ah. So this is another one. As you can see, because the space is quite limited, so we put the shredder in the side. So they're gonna shredding the first. Otherwise, you have connect the conveyor, the shredder to the crusher. So it takes at least like 20 meters. But our workshop here is a little bit full. The space a little limited. So they just separate. They're gonna shredding first. Shred the smaller pieces. Yeah, you, you can see that the touch screen panel. So this is English panel. So we have English and Chinese. So this is menu. So each one for one model.
去看人钉子转姿势呢，先准备好我们就过去。So they are cleaning right now. They are cleaning.走吧，我看他们半天弄不完。So let's review the two demo we just showed. First is the copper wire recycling machine. You can see the space is limited, so we didn't have the single shaft shredder here. So for the bulk wire you have, you need a single shaft shredder to shred those smaller pieces, then go to the blade crusher. Same as the waste scrap recycling plant as well, because the space is limited. So you need a single shaft shredder, double shaft shredder with a conveyor to connect with the system, so they don't have to do manually. Just because of the space are little limited. Now they are cleaning the equipment because this is only a short of the demo. Before the demo, you can see they are preparing and cleaning all this stuff and make sure everything is sealed before the operation. Same as you before the production, you need to check around, make sure everything is safe and in order. But after that, you cleaning it up for next operations. Okay, so and the manual similar a little bit, but if you have the double shaft shredder with it, you can achieve the automatic. Okay, let's go to another one. We're preparing for the scrap motors recycling. Ah, 好。大条是可以。